Twitter 101. We've got a lesson on how to tweet safely. Here is some advice. Is the global social media manager for Bitdefender. Please welcome Saul-Severe. Hey, Saul, thank you very much for coming in. I'm all over Twitter. I'm totally in it. I was an early adopter, but let's kind of begin at the beginning and let people know what it is. It's social media. They'll know that much.
It's social media. Twitter is a microblogging service. What it does, it allows you to basically share your thoughts and sharing the other thoughts that other people have publicly.
And you have 140 characters.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
you're
blanks
limited.
or whatever.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Are you all over Twitter?
You know, I do use Twitter a lot because of what I do for work. Personally, I'm not a big tweeter.
Yeah.
Not a big tweeter, but I do use it, yeah.
What kind of information can people, because we're talking about safety, so what kind of information do people get from you when they're reading your tweets or looking at your profile?
Okay, well, basically what I'm trying to do is give people some basics on how it works and what type of information they are giving out. A lot of times they're not aware. So I'm just giving them tips on, you know, these are the types of things that people can see in your profile, and these are the type of things that people can share.
People do it so much, it ends up like a conversation with them, and they're not thinking. Is that right?
It is a conversation, yeah. It's a conversation. Absolutely. It's basically a conversation between you and the entire Twitter sphere.
Yeah, anybody who happens to tune in.
Exactly,
right?
Exactly.
Right. They like Twitter sphere.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go with some of the safety tips. I know, number one, you say avoid cafes and coffee shops. Why is that?
Well, you know, when you go to a cafe or coffee shop, you're going to log into their Wi-Fi network. And a lot of times they don't have the safety precautions. And there will be people there that are actually looking to break into your computer and get information. So you want to be careful and really make sure that that coffee shop is protected in the correct way.
You say ignore schemes, and I've got to tell you, every other tweet that comes into me is get 100 followers in one. Yeah, you're smiling.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
What's up with that?
Well, a lot of Twitter is about sharing yourself. So just like on a lot of other social networks, people want to be, aware and sharing what they're doing. So a lot of times they like when other people are joining. There are services that promise, hey, join us, you'll get 100 followers, 1 million followers, what have you. A lot of times those are dangerous because what they're looking to do is take the information and spam you. Or the methods that they use to actually give those 100 followers, it's not the way that people would really rather go about it.
Well, they're not really listening to you then, are they? I mean, if it's just 100 random folks that somebody's gathered up.
You know, it depends. It depends on the type. It depends on what you're tweeting about and what you're saying. A lot of times people are giving a lot of personal information. They're talking about, you know, their day or whatever they did in the weekend. So you never know who's listening. There are those that are just collecting names so that they can become more popular, and those that are actually paying attention.
Right. The other thing you say is triple check the pages that want you to sign in. What's up with that?
Oh, okay. A lot of times when you go to a website, at the top you're going to see the characters that you typed in to be there.
Right.
A lot of times there will be those websites that are pretty false. So they'll say it's Twitter, but it's one T. And actually it's not twitter.com, but it looks as though it is. So you want to really make sure that the URL is exactly the one that you're intending to be.
Okay, so it's just like the phishing scams and...
Always, yeah. Those are so prolific. So many phishing scams, especially on Twitter.
Really? Are all the bad guys migrating over to Twitter?
Well, yeah, actually they are, because it's an easy way to glean information. I mean, I've got a mom and a daughter talking about what's going to happen for dinner, where they live, and a lot of times people don't know that there's a geolocation. So at Twitter, you can turn on a function so that where you're tweeting from can be shown, and people can see that. So, yeah, you want to be careful. A lot of people that are looking to gain information the wrong way, they use Twitter.
So you can actually be telling the bad guys, I'm not at home, and here's where my home is.
Absolutely.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is not a very good idea. Okay. And you say it isn't polite not to unfollow people. People feel like that's...
yeah, there's this pressure. Well, you know, some person from 30 years ago that you may have seen on a street corner says, hey, I want to be, you know, a friend. It doesn't necessarily mean that you need to follow them back or have that type of interaction. You know, a lot of the tweets are public. So if the information that you're giving out is really important or, you know, interesting to them, they can always find it.
Bitdefender, what do you guys do there in one line?
Oh, we're security. We secure your life.
Very good. Saul-Severe, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Bitdefender.